बिछड़े अभी तो हम बस कल परसों जियोंगी मैं कैसे इस हाल में बरसों मौत ना आई तेरी याद क्यों आई है लंबी जुदाई. Thank you so much, Radhika, for having me on your show today. It's a pleasure being here.
Same here, Shweta. Shweta, give a little brief about yourself, about your background.
Sure. So, my journey, where do I begin? Well, basically, I started learning music at the age of 5.
Oh, wow.
I remember my parents were very keen that I become an all-rounder. I'm the only child, so they were overly ambitious. So I remember as a child going to music classes, learning Bharatanatyam, and of course doing school. Trying to keep up with it all wasn't easy. And I kept thinking, why do I have to do all of this? Why is my life so disciplined?
True.
I just wanted to be like other kids, just go out, play, have a good time, have fun. But then, now when I look back, my heart is filled with gratitude because I believe that the person I am today,
right,
the kind of personality I've developed, the confidence, everything that I've become today is because of the fact that, I've learned all these different skills growing up, and it's really honed me to become this very confident, very beautiful personality. So my journey basically began at the age of 5 learning music. And then really when music became a profession, when it evolved as a career for me, was when I won my first competition. It was organized by the Sangam Kala Group, which is from Delhi.
Mm-hmm.
They're a very well-renowned organization. In fact, they have discovered Sonu Nigam, Shreya Ghoshal, Sunidhi Chauhan.
Okay.
And they decided to go international for the first time. And I remember I was in Canada, and my friends were pressuring me. They were putting a lot of pressure that I have to go and compete. I really wasn't interested because it was a 4-month-long competition.
Okay.
And I was thinking, who's going to go through that ordeal? But then I went, I competed, I participated, I made it to different rounds, and then I made it to the finale, and then I won the competition.
Wow.
And as they say, the rest is history. I was flown to India to compete in all India level as well. I did really well there. And I was asked to be a part of different shows actually in India.
Okay.
I was on reality TV there for a show called Sunsil Gang of Girls. It was on Zoom TV.
Okay.
Basically 5 of us girls who could sing really well, and we had beautiful hair. That was the criteria. So I was on a reality show. I got to meet some amazing musicians. So that's really how my journey, or I started taking music seriously after that point. And I also wrote two songs of my own.
Wow.
I decided to write a few lyrics down, compose a little bit, and 2 songs came out of it. One was a Juba, one was called Jile.
Okay.
And I remember approaching a producer in Toronto, and he helped me put the entire song together. I put it out on YouTube, and those days YouTube was just evolving as a social media portal.
Right.
A lot of artists were able to put their music out there and get discovered and get heard. So I basically put 2 of my songs there, and as they say, that's what got me on the eyes of a lot of people. Like Salim Suleiman saw my work.
True.
And invited me to perform at the IFA Awards. So that's pretty much how my music journey began, and I started taking music very seriously from that point
It's
on.
really amazing.
Yeah.
Can you sing 2 lines from that particular song if you can?
Yeah, so I'll sing a few lines of this, firstly of the song that got me my recognition.
Right.
Lambi Judai, the competition that I won. बिछड़े अभी तो हम बस कल परसों जियोंगी मैं कैसे इस हाल में बरसों मौत ना आई तेरी याद क्यों आई लंबी जुदाई 4 दिनां दा प्यार और बाबड़ी लंबी जुदाई होठों पे आई मेरी जान दुहाई है नांदा प्यार और रब्बा बड़ी लंबी जुदाई लंबी जुदाई
So amazing, Shweta.
Thank you, thank
And
you.
the song is so full of emotions, you
Yeah, a
know.
lot of soul, a lot of emotions. One of my
Very.
favorite singers, Reshma ji.
Right.
I couldn't have thought of a better song to compete with, and I'm so happy it brought me where I'm here today.
True,
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
And we are glad.
Thank you for having me.
Shweta, tell me, at what age you have started training, your professional training for this music?
Yeah, I actually started at the age of 5.
Okay.
My first Guruji was actually based in Dubai. Her name is Mrs. Bhagwati Shankaran.
Right.
I started learning Carnatic music from her.
Okay.
My background is South Indian.
Okay.
So very typical of South Indian parents to get their kids to learn Carnatic music and Bharatanatyam dancing. So I started with that. And then as I evolved in my musical journey, I was very interested in also learning Hindustani music and
Okay.
drawing parallels
Okay.
between Carnatic and Hindustani. So I went to Mumbai for a year and I learned under the guidance of Mr. Sunil Bargankar ji. I absolutely love both my Gurujis, learned a lot from them, and in fact, even now, I'm continuing my training with Sunil ji.
Wow.
We do our Skype lessons every Friday. It's amazing. I learned so much from him, and I'm very thankful, having his mentorship.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Tell me one thing. What was one attraction you can say that you have started, towards your learning for music?
Mhm.
What was that point you felt that this has to be my career?
Yeah, so music actually gave a lot of joy to my soul. It
Okay.
gave a lot of peace to my soul. I remember growing up, I had so many ambitions.
Right.
I wanted to be a microbiologist, and at one point I wanted to be a doctor. And then I changed paths. I remember going to school and university and actually getting into marketing and
Okay,
finance and
yes.
psychology,
Mm.
even doing a career in banking.
Ah.
In fact, I was even working for MasterCard for a couple of years. And I remember thinking that, I'm not enjoying this. It just feels like very run of the mill.
Right.
I used to go into my corporate work environment, and it was the typical 9 to 5 job, and it was so boring.
Hmm.
And I didn't get satisfaction from it. And I realized that every time I went to music gave me so much happiness. I felt complete.
Okay.
And then, of course, after winning my competition, winning the Sangam Kala Group Award, and doing some reality TV, I slowly felt that, maybe media is for me, entertainment is for me, music is for me. Because I love being in front of the camera.
Mhm.
I love talking to people. I'm a very social person. I'm an
Wow.
extrovert. So I think just the mere fact that music gave me so much happiness, that was good enough reason for me to change my career paths. And I felt like, when you speak out loud to the universe,
True.
it all falls into place. I remember I was in Canada, I was in Toronto, and I formed a band there. And we were doing shows, we were doing corporate events, we were doing weddings, we were doing private events. So I was having a ball of a time. I was also working as a radio jockey for a Bollywood radio station.
Wow.
So I was a producer and video jockey. So that brought me closer to music. It got me to meet a lot of prominent personalities from Bollywood. So I was really enjoying that journey, and for me there was no looking back from music. Once I started off on this journey, I knew this was it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me one thing, like from the childhood you are into music.
Yeah.
How did you manage your study with your music practice?
Yeah, that's a good question. It was very tough because school was not easy. There was a lot going on in school. I was very involved in a lot of different activities. Maintaining that balance wasn't easy. In fact, my parents would always joke with me that when we talk to your teachers and you
Okay.
talk to your principal, we find out that you're always outside the class, you're never in class.
Oh.
That's because I was always, involved in so many different activities in school. So I think that was just how I was. Although that being said, I did well in school. Fortunately, my grades didn't suffer.
Okay.
I did pretty well in school, so my parents didn't really have a reason to complain. They couldn't really find faults. I tried to find my balance. I would come back from school. I would do my homework. I would be prepared for all the lectures the next day, and then every day I'd find an hour or two just to practice, because music में बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. It's very important to do riyaz, to grow and evolve as a musician, as a singer.
Yes.
Listening to good music and practicing are very, very essential. So I used to do that every single day,
Okay.
and that's how I found my balance.
So how many hours do you dedicate your music practice in a day?
Honestly, now with everything going on, I dedicate about an hour and a half,
Okay.
about sometimes 2 hours.
Initially?
Oh, initially I used to spend a lot of time. I used to spend like 3, 4 hours of music. I used to listen to a lot of music. But that being said, uh, something is better than nothing.
True.
So for me, not a day goes without practicing my music, practicing my ragas, listening to new artists. That's very important too. Listening to different genres of music is also a part of the learning process.
Right.
So even though I sing in Hindi and I sing in other regional languages like Tamil and Punjabi and all of that, for me I think listening to world music, listening to global artists,
Okay.
it's so important because it contributes to your style of singing and your growth as a musician.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me one thing. During this journey, what kind of challenges did you face, and how did you manage?
Yeah, there are a lot of challenges. Number one being that I never lived in India.
Right.
So for me, my entire music career, everything that you see that I've done to date has been, when I was living in Canada, I was living in the US, and now in Dubai.
Right.
So the biggest challenge was opportunities would come knocking on my door, where music directors would call me and ask me if I was available to record a song for a movie.
Right.
And unfortunately, because of the different time zones, when they reach out to me, either I was fast asleep or I didn't have access to a studio. So I would lose out on those opportunities. So I think that was the biggest challenge for me. It did, you did feel horrible about it because such opportunities don't come every day.
Very true.
But then, I also have a family back home in Canada, and everything said, like my career was going really well there. So
Right.
didn't have the motivation to move to India. But that was the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge is not being in the hub of the entertainment industry,
Right,
that's Bombay,
right,
where
right.
the action happens. And the other thing was, I don't really have a godfather in the industry. So, you have to really carve your own path and you have to learn from your own mistakes.
Right.
A lot of obstacles came my way. I made some very silly mistakes. I said no to some great opportunities. And I feel terrible about it. But I feel all of us grow that way, we learn from our own mistakes. And, I'm sort of thankful for everything that's happened in my career. But yeah, not having a godfather can be a little difficult. Because I believe that networking, schmoozing, talent is one thing, but having the right networks takes you very, very far.
True.
Yeah.
What do you feel? Connection is more important or talent?
Yeah, that's a very good question. If I had to pick one, I
Yeah.
would say for me it's always been talent.
Okay.
Because, connections can take you so far,
Right.
but end of the day, when you'll be faced with challenges. When you're in the music industry, you'll be called into recording studios with different music directors and producers. And you can be asked to sing any song, for which you need to be talented. You need to have that skill set
True.
to be able to adapt to the kind of genre, the kind of songs that are being thrown at you. So for that, I think having a strong foundation, continuous learning, and being talented is very, very important. That being said, of course, I've seen in the industry these days that there are people who have the great balance between talent and connections. There are some people who have no connections and are still doing it purely on talent,
True.
which is great to watch, and I
Right,
feel very nice to see such musicians grow. But then there are some that are, probably average when it comes to talent, but have some amazing connections, or they have a really good social media team, because of which they can, they're presented properly.
Right.
They have a good brand presentation around them, and they're going places. So, there's no one formula. I think having the right opportunity and being prepared and a little bit of luck, and if you can strike it at that point of time and make an impact, I think it can really take you places.
Right, right.
Yeah.
That sounds matter.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about, I'm eager to know how your Jalebi Baby happened.
Yeah. Jalebi Baby, wow, what a song. Who would have thought that, during lockdown, during COVID,
Right.
a song would become such a sensation. I remember I was here in Dubai
Okay.
during lockdown, and a friend of mine, Maithili,
Okay.
she's a friend from Canada. She listens to all sorts of music when she's working out in the gym. So she had come across Tesha's work, and she had asked me to listen to his songs. She sent me a SoundCloud link, and I was just browsing through his songs. I really liked it, so I sent a message to him saying that you're such a great artist, and
Right.
good luck with your work. We both are Canadians. We
Okay.
both are Indo-Canadians, so I
Wow.
felt nice to see another Canadian, carving his path and knowing what he wanted to do. And he wrote back instantly saying that he saw my works, he came across my links on YouTube, and he loved what he heard. And I think the timing was right. he felt that my tonal quality, my voice texture,
Okay.
would suit a song he was working on, which was Jalebi Baby.
Okay.
And he asked me to send some vocals. I honestly took like 15-20 minutes. I had a setup at home.
Wow.
My gear, my
Mm.
mic,
Mm.
my recording setup, my laptop. I just took 15 minutes, recorded my vocals, sent it across to him. And the next thing I know, my voice is in the biggest song of the year. And
Right.
the interesting part was when he reached out to me, he said to me that I was a background vocalist.
Okay.
And I've never done such work before because I've always been a lead vocalist.
Right.
So I was a little apprehensive if I should take up the opportunity or if I shouldn't do it. But then I said, you know what?
Let's do it.
It's COVID.
Yeah.
We should all help each other. We should support each other.
True.
So I just decided to record my vocals and send it. And the next thing I know, I'm the leading vocalist, the leading female vocalist of Jalebi Baby, and the song has hit millions and millions
Right,
of views.
right. Now
Yeah.
you're famous everywhere, like as a Jalebi Baby sensation.
That's right. That's right. That's what people call me, Jalebi Baby Girl.
So how do you feel that,
It feels nice being associated to a sweet.
Right?
At least it's a sweet, right?
So do you like
it's-
jalebi?
Good question. I'm not much. I don't have much of a sweet tooth.
Okay.
Even if I do, I mostly eat like I don't know. I think I have a liking for cheesecake and
Oh.
tiramisu and
Yeah.
that kind of sweets. In Indian sweets, I would say more than jalebi, I like rasgullas and gulab jamuns or rasmalai. But yeah, occasionally I do eat a jalebi.
But jalebi is very lucky for you.
Yeah, it is. So I can't complain, right?
Yeah,
I
you
should
can't.
start hugging the jalebi now.
Shweta, just talk about this collaboration with the piano guys.
Yes.
How was your experience with them?
Oh, it was stunning. I would call that experience like a musical nirvana.
Hmm.
I remember they were, embarking on their journey. They were on the quest of Indian music.
Right.
I would say that serendipity is how I would describe it. It was such a good experience working with them because they wanted to do something with Indian vocals, with Indian music.
Okay.
And they were on a flight, and there was this lady, Indian lady on the plane.
Hmm.
And they decided to ask her, to recommend a few Indian artists
Okay.
that she would listen to.
Okay.
And fortunately, I was on her playlist,
Okay.
and she recommended my name, and they decided to go on YouTube, research my work, and they loved what they heard,
Hmm.
and they came across my song with Shankar Thakur, a song
Okay.
called Meri Sajan Sunsan,
Uh-huh.
and they felt that my smile was really contagious, and they loved my energy in the song. They reached out to me, and we worked on this song called Khushnuma, which means the journey to happiness. And basically, it's a twist. It's an Indian, adaptation of the song "Don't You Worry, Child" by this
Right.
group called Swedish House Mafia.
Okay.
So we put our own twist to it. We gave it an Indian rendition, and as they say, the rest is history. The song did so well.
Absolutely.
That song took me places because I got to perform at the Carnegie Hill in New York.
Wow.
The Carnegie Hall in New York, which is a very renowned stage, amongst musicians. And I toured with them, and I got a lot of love and a lot of people messaging me saying that they loved this collaboration, this fusion of the piano guys with Indian music.
It's amazing,
Yeah, yeah.
And different kind of feeling, like
Of course. It was
Presenting
not the typical,
Indian
Bollywood work.
music.
It was very different. It was challenging for me too.
Absolutely.
It gave me an opportunity to do something different,
Hmm.
and really, I get my head and get my creative juices flowing.
Right.
So it was a brilliant experience from everything from performing the song, and even from a learning perspective. I learned a lot while working on that song.
So you always try something new, right?
I do. I love it. I like
Yeah.
something that challenges me. I like something that gets me thinking. Because sometimes, when you do the same thing over and over again, it gets boring, it gets monotonous.
Very true.
So I think I'm always on the lookout for musicians who are doing something different, and
Different.
who like fusing different cultures.
And that makes you
Yeah.
different from other, right?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Tell me, who is your favorite singer?
Oh, hands down, Sonu Nigam.
Yeah.
I love him. He's my mentor.
He's amazing.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
I had the great opportunity of touring with him. I performed in the US and
Okay.
in South America, Suriname with him. And so much to learn from the guy, I mean, not only is he a great singer,
Hmm.
he looks great.
He looks great.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he looks great. You can't deny that.
Sonu Nigam.
Yeah.
Should see this.
I hope he's watching. All respects to you, Sonu
Yeah.
Nigam ji. He looks great, and also, there's a reason behind it because he's so disciplined.
Okay.
He's been practicing his skill for years. I remember when I was with him on the tour, he'd wake up every morning and he'd go to the gym and work out.
Oh.
And I remember, like, I went to the gym as well, and he would teach me, you know, he would be like, do this exercise
Oh,
and do
wow.
that exercise. And we have pictures of us together, you know,
Lucky.
lifting weights. And he's such a sport. So there's so much to learn from him, not just in the professional front, in the personal front as well.
Okay.
And I was thrilled when I had the opportunity to watch him perform on stage. The way, the confidence, you know, the skill set, the gaiki,
Right.
brilliant. So he's my favorite singer, hands down.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And any female singer?
Female singers are a tough one because I like Asha Ji, of course, from the classics, from the golden era. She's such a versatile singer. She can sing romantic genre, cabaret, you know. You can throw anything at her and she does so much justice to it. So there's really a lot to learn from Asha Tai. And of course, in the present day, I would say I love Sunidhi Chauhan.
Yes.
She's a
amazing.
powerhouse.
Right.
And Beyonce, in the mainstream music, I remember going to her concert and just her stamina and the way she performs, the way she sings. There's really a lot to learn from, you know, each and every singer actually in the industry. But these are a few of my favorites, like Sunidhi, Beyonce, Shreya Ghoshal. I love them.
Shreya Ghoshal
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
Beautiful
She-
voice.
Beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me one thing, Shweta. You have doing so many events now.
Mhm.
Any good experience, you know, best memory from any of the event which you would like to share with us?
That's a good question because every time I perform at an event, I think this was the best ever. And then I go to the next one, I perform, this is the best
Right,
ever.
right.
Which is a good thing because every event is better than the last
Right.
one. But if you ask me the most memorable one, I'd say there are a few.
Hmm.
One of them is performing at the IFA Awards with Salim Suleiman.
Right.
I remember performing in Toronto when it
Hmm.
happened. It was a dream come true because I just started off my career. That was the time when I wrote the two songs I was talking to you
Right,
about,
right,
Gile
right.
and Ajuba.
Okay.
And literally I put that out on YouTube and Salim Suleiman's team saw that on
Mhm.
YouTube and they invited me to perform at IFA Awards with them.
Wow.
And I remember I was on stage and in front of me there was like the entire film fraternity was watching me. Shah Rukh Khan was there, Karan Johar was there, Hema Malini ji was there, Bipasha Basu was there. So, you know, just seeing all of them, you know, you see them on the big screen
True.
and then sharing the same platform as them, it was surreal. So I would say that was one of my most favorite moments, along with the Carnegie Hall that I spoke to you about with the piano guys.
Yes, yes.
And also the great opportunity of rendering the national anthem for Prime Minister
Right,
Narendra
right.
Modi and Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper. I couldn't have asked for a better opportunity. So I think these are a few of my highlights and a few of my favorite moments.
Absolutely
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Shweta, any song which you like to, you know, share with us in which you face a lot of problems, you know?
Mhm.
Like you felt that, you know, it's going to be very difficult and you accepted as challenge. And after that, your performance when you saw, you felt, no, you know, I can do it.
Yeah, any song, okay.
Any difficult song like you have to record and you felt, no, it's little tough for me.
Mhm.
And after that, you were very happy when you see your performance.
Yeah, so I would say there was one song, I wouldn't say it was very difficult, but yeah, it was a little challenging. A song with Shankar Thakur,
Okay.
Mere Sajan Sun Sun. Because that song, you know, I had to sing it in one breath.
One
especially,
breath.
Yeah, like especially
Okay.
like there was this line where, you know, these days with technology, there's a lot possible. You can cut, you can paste, you can edit, you can do so much.
True.
But this was the one line, there was this one line in that song where Shankar told me that, listen, if you sing it in one shot, you know, we won't cut the shot, we will present it the way it is, and it'll showcase so beautifully, and it'll really, you'll really shine as a singer.
Right.
So it was a challenge because I remember I was recording this song in Boston,
Okay.
in US. It was in the middle of winter,
Mm-hmm.
and we were in this studio, and I was feeling so cold. It was snowing outside, and I was even though we were inside, I was feeling so cold. And between all of this, I had to, you know, record this song. So it was quite a bit of a challenge. But you know, like I was mentioning to you, that I'm always up for challenges.
Right.
So it really pushed me vocally, and I'm glad I had that because now when I look at it, when I watch that performance, I have gotten so much, appreciation, accolades
Right.
for that performance, and I'm thankful that Shankar pushed me to do that. So
Right,
I'd say that
right.
that's probably the one song that comes to mind.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So can you sing that line?
Oh gosh, yeah. मेरे साजन सुन सुन क्यों है तो यो गुमसुम रे मेरे साजन सुन सुन क्यों है तो यो गुमसुम रे गुनगुनाती शाम आई रे पिया गुनगुनाती शाम आई रे ए पिया ओ रे पिया. So that's how the song goes, and then it keeps continuing and keeps continuing. There's no end to the song, but it's really
Amazing,
beautiful.
amazing.
Yeah.
And tell me, which is your favorite song from your own collection?
From my own collection, wow. This is a good question. Actually, Mere Saathi Sun Sune is one of my personal favorite songs. But one of the songs that I worked on, which is my own composition, and we put it out together. It's called Rasiya.
Rasiya.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of my personal favorite compositions. I believe that song has the potential to be in a movie. I've always believed that the song should go in a movie, so it's one of my favorite songs. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Shweta, tell me, what do you do in your free time? How do you spend?
So whenever I get a chance, I catch up on Netflix.
Oh wow.
Netflix and chill, as they say. Because I love watching documentaries. I love watching TV series. So there's lots of good ones playing these days.
Right.
So whenever I get an opportunity, I'm very slow though, because I can't watch it continuously, because I'm always caught up with my recordings or events and stuff like that. So whenever I come home, especially late at nights, I love watching TV alone. So I catch up on my TV shows at that point of time.
Okay. If in your free time, I'll give you option to stay at home or go out for party, which option would you like to select?
If you asked me this question like 10 years ago, I'd say go out and party.
Okay.
But if you ask me the question now, I know people might think I'm getting old, but the reality is I like spending time on my own.
Okay.
I just love my own space because I get to do a lot of what I want to do.
Right.
Especially reading books, watching TV, as I was telling you. So because I go out so much in my work right now, any free time I get, I want to be home alone. Yeah.
Shweta, tell me, are you a morning person or a night person?
So if you ask me this question like 10 years ago, I'd say I used to be a night person.
Okay.
In fact, I would stay up all night. I'd go to bed at like 4 in the morning because I used to love being out and about, being with friends, partying, socializing.
Yeah.
But now I've become more of a morning person, and I like that change actually because I find that I'm more productive in the mornings. It's much quieter. You watch the sunrise, the birds chirping. It's really beautiful, and I get a lot of work done in the morning, especially practicing your music. Doing riyaz in the morning is the best thing.
Right.
Practicing your morning ragas, and so I find that more recently I've become a morning person, and I like that.
Shweta, you like ghar ka khana or bahar ka khana?
Ghar ka khana.
Ghar ka khana.
I find that it's more healthier, and you can control what you eat. You can watch what you eat. Of course, sometimes there are cheat days when you go out and you have some chaat.
Wow.
Or I don't know, crave for pizzas. But most of the time, I prefer simple, healthy food.
Healthy food.
Yeah.
You look so amazing. So are you
Thanks.
following any kind of strict diet?
Not a strict diet, but I do watch what I eat. I am mindful. But that being said, if you keep like a plate of like cookies in front of me, or if you keep cake in front of me, diet goes out of the window. Like I don't think about dieting at that point of time because I can't resist, cakes and cookies and pastries. And but yeah, as much as I can, because of the profession I'm in as well. It's very important for us to stay fit.
True.
Because a lot of people look up to you, you're role models for a lot of people. And I believe if you can spread a good message of staying healthy and being fit, it inspires a lot of younger people to follow the same thing. So yeah.
So if I'll give you option to cheat, what meal would you like to go for?
Oh wow, if I had the option to cheat, I think I would go for something like Hakka noodles and gobi manchurian. I just love that combination, Indo-Chinese combination, especially when it's got that Indian fusion to it.
Right.
I am vegetarian, so I have limited options. But if I could cheat, I think it would be Indo-Chinese Hakka with Manchurian, and probably the chocolate cake from Katrina Bakery in Dubai. So those are my two go-tos when I want to cheat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you cook?
I do.
Really?
Actually, during lockdown, I learned to cook.
Okay.
Prior to that, I couldn't cook a thing. In fact, my mom was always worried for me. She's like, I don't know how you're going to run a household. But then now that lockdown really helped a lot of people.
True.
I was one of them. So I was very innovative. I used to go on YouTube and I used to watch all these different chefs, making different cuisines. So I tried making everything from Manchurian to Shahi Paneer.
Wow, that much you can cook?
Yeah, I can. So I think a lot of people, when they come home, they ask me to cook Shahi Paneer because that's one of my best dishes.
So next time
Next
I
time I'll
think
make it for
yes,
you. I
yes.
promise. I'll have you
Even
over.
I'm vegetarian.
Oh, great. So,
Yeah.
we're like-minded with our
Right.
food choices. So it'll
Absolutely.
be easy for me as well. I'll definitely make that for you next time. That's one of my best
So
dishes.
sweet of you. Okay, one thing I'm noticing about your dress, it's so beautiful
Yeah.
and suiting you a lot. Can you just give little detail, like, you know?
Yeah, sure. So I love the color.
Wow, it's
a beautiful
amazing.
pastel pink. I would like to give a big shout out to Anik by Shivani.
Okay.
Shivani is a designer.
Yeah, she is
And-
amazing.
Yeah, and
No
her
doubt.
line is called Anik, which
Right.
is actually an Arabic word,
Uh-huh.
and it means unique. So I
Right.
love the name that she's chosen for her line as well. And it was a great experience working with her. In fact, I remember when we were discussing what I should be wearing.
Right.
She came out and she took my measurements and customized it for me and made sure I was comfortable and happy. So yeah, for all you people that are looking out for a new collection, a new design, a new dress, make sure you check out Anik by Shivani.
Yes, definitely. She's amazing. Shweta, tell me about your future plans.
Yeah, so I'm currently working on a Tamil song actually.
Mhm.
I was mentioning my original song Rassiya to you a while ago.
Okay.
So a lot of people love that song so much that they asked me for a Tamil version. So it's called Rasiga, and I've done a duet with Abhay Jodhpurkar, who is a very good singer as well. He's a playback singer from Mumbai.
Hmm.
And I've also worked on a few covers, Do Dil Mil Rahe Hain from Pardes, and a few other songs.
Hmm.
So there are a few things in the pipeline, and I can't wait to share them with the audiences.
Wow, amazing. We are eagerly waiting for
Thank
that.
you, thank you.
Okay, Shweta, now something I have for you.
Okay.
Okay, this is a ball,
Mhm.
and you have to pick up one chit and read it.
Read it, okay.
And then we'll tell you what you are supposed to do.
So I can pick up any chit, right?
Any chit.
Okay, let's pick this one. Let's see what comes up. Oh, what's your favorite song ever? Sing a few lines.
Yes, please.
Okay. Favorite
Give it to
song
me.
ever? आज जाने की जिद ना करो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो, यूं ही पहलू में बैठे रहो, यूं ही पहलू में बैठे रहो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो, हाय मर जाएंगे हम तो लुट जाएंगे, ऐसी बातें किया ना करो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो.
So amazing. So
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think you should go for the second chit also, please.
I wonder what that's all about. Let's see what's the surprise here.
Let's see.
Oops, take another lot.
Uh,
So I have to take another
Yeah,
one.
please.
Okay, this is a fun game. Let's see what this has. Favorite actor, why, and one of his dialogues. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
wow.
So my favorite actor, well, for the longest time has been Shah Rukh Khan,
Oh, wow.
King Khan.
Mhm.
I love so many of his movies. Kal Ho Na Ho, Dilwale Dulhania Le
Right.
Jayenge.
Hmm.
I've watched them over and over. Favorite dialogue would be बड़े बड़े देशों में छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती है
Senorita.
I think that's a dialogue that no one can ever forget, and it stayed with me for the longest time ever.
Right, right. And he's
Yeah.
your favorite one,
Yes,
right? Shah Rukh
yes,
Khan.
yes.
Even I like Shah Rukh.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
If you can sing any two line in Punjabi.
Sure. So there's a very popular song of Ayushmann Khurrana.
Okay.
In fact, that launched his career.
Yes, yes.
Pani Da Rang Dekh Ke.
Oh, absolutely
So I'll sing a
amazing
few
song.
lines of that.
Yes.
पानी दा रंग बैख के, पानी दा रंग बैख के, पानी दा रंग बैख के, मेरी अखियां जो हंजूर उड़ दे, है अखियां जो हंजूर उड़ दे, माहिया
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Shweta, from audience side as well as from my team side, they have one particular song they want to listen from your side. That is मैं तेनू समझावा. Can you listen 2 lines, please?
Sure, sure. That's a beautiful song by Arijit and Shreya
Right.
Ghoshal. In fact, the original was by Rahat Fateh Ali Khan sahab. So I'll sing a few lines of that.
Sure.
मैं तेनू समझावा की न तेरे बाजू लगदा जी मैं तेनू समझावा की न तेरे बाजू लगदा जी तू की जाने प्यार मेरा मैं करूँ इंतजार तेरा तू दिल तू यू जान मेरी जान मेरी मैं तेनू समझावा की न तेरे बाजू लगदा जी वे चंगा नहीं की ताबीबा वे चंगा नहीं की ताबीबा दिल मेरा तोड़ के वे बड़ा पछताया खा वे बड़ा पछताया खा नाल तेरे जोड़ के.
Wow, so amazing, Shweta.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure being here, and thanks for having me again.
Thank you. I have just received one request from the production team.
Okay.
You know, you're so amazing. So, any one Tamil song, 2 lines, if you can sing for them.
Sure. One of my personal favorites is a song called Vasigara.
Oh, wow.
The actor is my favorite as well, Madhavan.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a soft corner for this song.
Yeah, even I have.
He's a chocolate boy.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Vasigara என் நெஞ்சினுக்கு உன் பொன்மழையில் தூங்கினால் போதும் அதே கணா என் கண்ணுறங்கா முன் ஜென்மங்களில் ஏக்கங்கள் தீரும் வசீகரா என் நெஞ்சினுக்கு உன் பொன்மழையில் தூங்கினால் போதும் அதே கணா என் கண்ணுறங்கா முன் ஜென்மங்களில் ஏக்கங்கள் தீரும் நான் வீசிப்பதும் சுவாசிப்பதும் உந்தய வாழ்த்தானே ஏங்குகிறி உன்னினைவாழ் நானேனோ ஆஜரே ஆஜரே ஆஜரே.
Wow. So amazing.
Thank you so much.
Shweta, it was so nice talking to you.
Thank
I
you so
wish
much.
it could be a little longer, but thank you so much coming on my show in conversation with Radhika.
The pleasure was all mine. It was lovely chatting with you, and very good luck for the rest of your episodes.
Thank you so much, Shweta.
Thank you.